If you woke up aching again and you're worried that movement is going to make it worse, today's flow is built for bodies that hurt every day. 30 minutes on the mat. We're going to work with what's tender, not against it. Now, we're going to work with our diaphragm. So follow me. I want you to just trail through your arm, going downward as you inhale. And then as you exhale, the arm raise up and inhale. The arms or your hands go down. Exhale, the arm and your hands go up. Now, as you inhale, I want you to, as you bring down as well, bring your fingers coming together. That just kind of mimic the integration of the muscle fiber in the diaphragm. And then on the exhalation, as your hand rise up, the fingers goes apart. As you inhale, the fingers come together and go down. And as you exhale, the fingers come apart and goes up. So as you get this motion with the hand, we're going to pair this up with our breath pattern. So we want an inhalation to happen from the nose and exhalation to happen through the mouth. So as you're ready, we're going to begin in a bit and up. So we inhale, visualizing the diaphragm muscle in the rib cage going down. Exhale, relax up. Inhale, the diaphragm goes down and the fibers contract down towards the pelvis cavity. And exhale, the diaphragm relaxes up and the fibers comes apart. Not comes apart, expand, stretched out. Inhaling, exhaling. So I want you to visualize the movement of the diaphragm on the inhalation and exhalation. Maybe it may help if you dim your eyes or close your eyes for a moment. Feeling the movement in your hand on the inhalation and visualizing the diaphragm does the same way. And then on the exhalation, feeling the movement in the hands and they come apart as you exhale and they come up. Inhaling. Exhaling. So continue breathing. Throughout this session, I'd like you to bring your focus to the diaphragm movement on the inhalation and exhalation through the movement that we're going to do today. So we're really pairing up every movement with the diaphragm action. Let's do 2 more. Inhalation through the nose. Really bring and contract the diaphragm down. Exhalation. Really lift the diaphragm up and apart and relax that. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring your left arm up to the top. And then bring your right hand onto the side of rib cage here. We're going to inhale to prepare. The diaphragm goes down. On the exhalation, go ahead and go into lateral flexion. Inhaling. The diaphragm comes down to bring the arms, the body up. Exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes up as you go into lateral flexion. Inhalation, the diaphragm goes down to bring yourself up. Now we're going to pair this up with a really long exhalation. So create an S sound through your mouth and stay in a lateral flexion as long as you can. So inhaling, prepare. Exhaling. Two more. One last. And release down. Let's go to the other side. Let's take the other arm up. Opposite arm on the ribs. Inhale, we'll prepare. Exhale. Inhale. Again, exhaling over. Inhaling. So I'm using this hand to mimic the movement of the diaphragm as I exhale over and as I inhale to come down. So exhale, the diaphragm on this left hemisphere comes up and then contract down on the return. Now, let's do it with a long exhalation and creating an S sound out of your mouth. So inhale, we'll prepare. And an exhaling. Again. Two more. And release. Now we're going to breathe again, and I want you to observe your breath and your diaphragm. Take your diaphragmatic breath after the lateral flexion. So let's go ahead, dim your eyes or close your eyes for me. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling. So again, visualizing the inhalation with the diaphragm contracting down towards the pelvis cavity. And then exhaling, visualizing the diaphragm rising up, relaxes up into your thorax cavity, or you can think about your heart or your lungs up to your throat. Again, inhalation, visualizing the diaphragm descending down, contracting down to the pelvis cavity. And then exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes right up into your thorax cavity. Let's go one more. Make this the best breath, longest breath yet. And exhalation. Good work. All right, let's come out from here. So put your cushion on the side if you're using a cushion. So go ahead and lie on your back. So roll to the side of your body. And then carefully take yourself onto your back. And you're welcome to have a tiny cushion underneath your head if that feels more comfortable for you. Otherwise, try to lie flat on the mat as much as you can. Now, let's do the diaphragmatic breathing again. So bring your hand on the base of the rib cage here. So finding your comfortable, neutral position in your spine and your pelvis, and your feet are aligned with your sits bone. And here, so inhalation, using your arm to visualize the diaphragm contracting down towards the pelvis cavity. Exhalation, visualizing with the hand movement, the diaphragm relaxes up into your ribcage cavity. Again, inhalation, the muscle fiber of the diaphragm coming together and lowers down to the pelvis cavity. Exhalation, the diaphragm rises and relaxes up, and then the fibers move apart. Inhalation, down and together. Exhalation, up and apart. Inhalation, really try to bring the diaphragm right down to the base of your pelvis. It's not going to happen, but I want you to do your best to really make the diaphragm move. And then exhalation, bring the diaphragm right up into your heart, right up into your shoulders. And again, two more. Inhaling. Exhaling. notice any restriction that you may experience right here, see if you can really try to break through the restriction. Perhaps a pause will be good, and take another breath. Exhale. And let it go. So remembering the diaphragm movement up and down as we breathe throughout the session. So let's go ahead and pick up your right leg and hug the leg to your chest really tightly here, and allow the pelvis to lengthen down. And then go ahead and extend the opposite leg down as much as you can. And then we're going to breathe again. So inhalation. So we're thinking about the left rib cage, the left hemisphere of the diaphragm, going downward. And then exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes right up into your rib cage cavity. Inhalation. And exhalation, bring the diaphragm back up. One more inhalation, bring the diaphragm right down to the pelvis. And exhalation. Now hold the diaphragm up there. And I want you to here, inhale again, bring it down. Now as the exhale, lift the left leg up. You can dorsiflex the ankle. Inhalation, lengthen down as the diaphragm lengthens down. Exhalation, the leg go up with the diaphragm. Inhalation, the legs lengthen down with the diaphragm. Exhalation, the legs come up. Inhalation, down. Again, exhalation, diaphragm relaxes right up into the cavity. Inhalation, the diaphragm contracts down. One more. And release. Good job. Lower the right leg down. Bring the left foot in. All right, pick up your left leg and hug it to your chest. Quite tightly here, but allow the pelvis to soften down to the floor. Extend the right leg long, and then we're going to stay here. Inhalation through lengthening or contracting the diaphragm down towards your leg. Exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes up into your rib cage. And inhalation and exhalation. So if you want to use your hand to help and visualize the diaphragm movement better, so you're absolutely welcome to do so. The more you breathe, the more you can relax the nervous system, then the easier the movement will be. So we want to refrain ourselves from bracing too much of the muscle. Just work the muscle enough to support the movement. All right, so here, let's go. As you inhale, we lengthen again. Now, on the exhalation, as the diaphragm relaxes up, go ahead and pick up that right leg, and you can dorsiflex the ankle. Inhalation, lengthening down. Diaphragm relax, diaphragm contracts down. Exhalation, diaphragm relax up. Inhalation, diaphragm contracts down. And exhale. Find easiness in your breath. Find easiness and fluidness in your diaphragm movement. Make your breath long. One last one. And release. Lower the left leg. Very good. Bring the right foot in and just bring the feet slightly wider than the pelvis. Now, you can bring your arms out to the side here. We're going to, as you inhale, we're going to lower the legs over to one side, let's say the left. Now, as you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes up. It guides the legs to come in. And inhaling, the diaphragm contracts down. You stretch the leg over to the opposite side. As you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes up and it pulls the leg up with you. Inhalation here. As you contract the diaphragm down, you lengthen the leg, you lengthen the hip, and then exhale, return. Inhalation, allow the diaphragm to contract down into your pelvis cavity. Exhale, pulling the leg back. Inhaling here. Inhaling over to this side. One more each side. Inhaling over. Last one. Inhaling over. Exhaling. Return. Very good. Okay, now bring the heel in line with the sits bone here. We're going to do some pelvic rocks. So we inhale, the diaphragm contracts down. Prepare. As you exhale, the diaphragm returns into your rib cage and it pulls the pelvic floor. It pulls the abdominal. It pulls the abdominal a little bit more that it moves the pelvis into a posterior tilt. And if you have a sense of sort of softening of the abdominal into your lower back cavity, and an inhalation, return the diaphragm down towards the pelvis and the pelvis returns back. Again, exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes up in towards your ribcage cavity and it pulls the pelvic floor up. It pulls and softens the abdominal right into the lower back and it moves the pelvis into what we call posterior tilt. And an inhaling, return. Again, exhale, let the diaphragm be the leader of this movement. Inhaling, return back to start position. Exhaling, diaphragm relax up. It pulls the pelvic floor and the abdominal with it. Inhaling, the diaphragm contracts down and return the pelvic floor down. And exhaling, inhaling, lengthen. So as you continue to do this movement, I want to encourage you, try not to brace the abdominal, but just allow the body to be dynamically responding to the movement of the diaphragm to move the pelvis. Inhaling, return the pelvis, and just observe in terms of the pain, in terms of your pain, in terms of the fluidity of the movement in your body, in terms of, I don't know, is it joyful? Is it challenging? A sense of connection, a sense of, how to say, can you make the movement smooth and easy or even less painful for you? Then just allow the body to respond with the diaphragm. Inhaling, let's do one more time. Exhaling. And inhaling. Very good. All right, now extend your right leg long. All right, now keep the right leg long. Press the right heel, press the left foot. Now from here, now exhale. Bring the diaphragm up. I want you to just engage the abdominal enough to support the spine. And then go ahead and lift the pelvis up. Just enough to stabilize it. So enough abdominal, enough back muscle, enough side of the hip muscle to stabilize everything. And we stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Changing the other leg, straighten. All right, now bring the diaphragm up. Organize the abdominal enough to support your back, the side of your hip enough to support your pelvis, and then go ahead and press up. And then the back muscle enough to support your abdominal, and stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Well done. So go ahead and lie onto your side. So turn your body around. All right, stack the legs together. All right, now I want you to create a nice arc underneath your waistline here. And then let's breathe. Inhale. And then exhale. The diaphragm comes up. Now I want you to just pre-activate the abdominal enough to support your back. And hold that tension here, just enough. And float the leg up. So everything is stable and will stay here for 10, 9. Breathe naturally. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this thigh is going to rotate inward and rotate outward, foot together. Rotate inward and rotate out. And inward and out. Inward and out. And now to 5, out. 4, out. 3, out. 2, out. 1, out. Come to internal again, stay. And now swing this leg back, swing this leg forward, swing this leg back, and stay in the internal rotation. Swing the leg back and forward, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9, last one, 10, coming in, parallel the leg, hold it for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Good job. Come up. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the arm up. And just give me another lateral stretch with the ass breath. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good job. Let's go to the other side. So I want you to just use the muscle enough to support everything. So legs stacked together, bottom arm long. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, I don't think I'm straight. Support your center. Float the leg. We stay for 10, 9, 8. So enough abdominal activation, enough hip activation, enough back activation to keep the pelvis and the back stable here. Try not to go over bracing over in the upper threshold that you're feeling too much of a tense in the back muscle. Just let everything work dynamically here. I think we got enough there. So we go internal and external. Internal and external. Inhaling. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold. Now we go. Swing it back and forward and back and back. Inhale, exhale, inhale. So let the hips stay in an internal rotation as you go back and forward. 4 more and forward. And 3 and 2 and 1. Come on in, parallel. Hold that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Very good. So come on up. All right, tuck the feet behind you. All right, we go. Inhaling, exhaling, as sound. Inhaling. Good job. All right, now let's go into a quadruped position here. So stack the hands underneath the shoulder. Actually, let's do modified. I wanted to just bring the knee slightly more inward than the pelvis. So a little diagonal here, but the arms are vertical. Now, here. So breathe in, the diaphragm descend down. Breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes up. And then I wanted to just lift the abdominal enough to support your back and hold. Tuck the toes under, right? Hold that. And now from here, keep the tone in the abdominal. I want you to press the toes down and float up. Just stay there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Release the leg here. Now, cat stretch just on the flexion. Inhaling, diaphragm goes down. As you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes up. It will pick the abdominal with it, and then pull the abdominal a little bit more, that it curl the lumbar spine, and the pelvis go down, the lumbar spine curl up. Now hold that flexion in the lumbar spine, and then go ahead and send the pelvis towards the heel. You should feel a good stretch here. Hold here. Now we inhale. Keep the back expanding. Exhale. Come forward. Flatten. Again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, the diaphragm rises up. You pull the pelvic floor and the abdominal with it and flex the lumbar spine because the abdomen is lifted so much into the lumbar back cavity. And then sending the pelvis to the heels. We inhale, keep the concave of the abdominal. Breath, expand the space in your back as you feel a really good stretch here. And an exhaling, flatten the back. One last one. Inhaling, prepare. Exhaling, diaphragm rises up. It pulls the pelvic floor, pull the abdominal with it. And now send the pelvis in the lumbar flexion here towards the heel. Go further down than you were before if you can. Now inhale, allow the breath to expand the back. Exhale, come back and flatten. All right, now just want you to sit the pelvis down onto your heels and just stretch your arm forward. And here we're just going to finish with some breathing. So inhalation, breathe and expand the space in your back and allow the diaphragm descend down really low into the pelvis. You may feel the pelvis widening. You may feel the sitting bone widening. And let it happen and make it dynamically respond with your breath. And an exhale as the diaphragm rises up and relaxes back into the cavity. You may feel response in the pelvic floor coming along with it. Let it happen. And breath in. And then breath out. Make the movement of your diaphragm quite large. The more you move your diaphragm, the more air you can inhale, the more volume you can exhale, and your body will respond with a deep activation with the pelvic floor and the abdominal as your diaphragm works a little better. One more. Bonus point, it calms your nervous system down too. One last one, your best breath yet. And exhale. And let's go ahead and roll yourself up. And my friend, you are done for the day. And I love that you followed through this class. And I'd like you to keep that mindset of your diaphragm movement as you breathe today.